Good afternoon, little hoes. I'm Kristen, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is kind of going to be a two-parter. The first portion will be the shopping trip me and my good friend Jess took last Friday. We went on plant shopping trip to SCC Greenhouse and then the plant farm. And we had a pretty awesome day together. She's kind of a new plant addict. She's been collecting a whole bunch of neat things, and we work together, so it's kind of fun to chat about things with her all the time and compare notes, bemoan our problems with mealybugs and spider mites. So that was a pretty awesome trip, and I did get some footage from both locations, so I will show you that. She got a lot more than I did at both places, including a really nice Rhaphidophora tetrasperma from the plant farm. I got one whole plant, and I will show you that, and I thought we could have a little mini chat. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and here's the shopping trip. lovely that is.
It's so big and pretty. I can't wait till it's like this.
Oh, here's your ring of fire.
Gwildy? Gwildy. That's how you say
I
it.
think that's the one I saw last time. Look at the vanilla orchid, the variegated.
Oh. They have your Peru.
Mm-hmm, I got that one.
Yeah, this guy... I don't have any... I have 2 tiny, tiny leaves on it now. Like, there's starts that make it.
Other than $5.
At least I know I can come here and get another if I try again. Ring of Fire is so expensive, but it's so pretty.
$15.99.
I want one so bad someday. And I was looking at my collection.
Look at this, that's cool.
And I literally have 2 plants out of the SEC left.
You have what?
I only have 2 out of the SEC plants that I got left.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, there you go.
10 bucks. Maybe I just don't know what I want.
Go and buy it. I'm gonna check and just see, so that's what I'm getting.
I like the deepest that the little red.
All right, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Lipstick something.
I'm sure if Megan was here, she'd be wanting one of these.
Yeah, see, this says oil assortment, and these say lipstick.
So they're all lipsticks.
Okay.
It's just you probably ran out of the lipstick stickers, so you put
Okay.
one on there to make the same.
That's the same thing.
These guys are kind of cool.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's the,
Anthurium superbum, I think.
yeah, I was looking at that one
I
too.
like how big and corrugated the foliage is.
Yeah. I think my favorite classes are definitely like anthuriums and philodendrons.
Me
Those are
too.
some of my favorites right now.
Those are like bulletproof almost.
Well, that's a good thing to start with. I'm glad I didn't kill the one I gave you.
I love that thing already.
Yeah, I'm just like, I hope I didn't shock it. I'd really be careful.
He's so happy. I don't know that you can do much to ZZ plants to make him hate you.
It's just the first time I had, replanted and propagated one like that. This guy has so much white.
Yeah, it does. That's kind of an interesting Moses in a boat. I don't know if I like it or not. Look at this. I don't know if I like it or not. It almost looks like it's chlorotic. Look at. They're in bloom.
That color, that's the same. Wait, yeah.
That's cool. It's only $8. That's not too bad.
There we go. There, I'm gonna drop the baby.
Sounds are all $2.49. That's not bad.
The grape ivies are cute. I just like the shape of their leaves.
What? Did you see something you liked?
I have the one tiny. This is a pretty color. I don't need another peperomia right now, but that's
That
pretty.
pink one's pretty though. Those are the ones I've killed so easy.
I have the one they call like raspberry ice, and it's doing okay. But apricot ripple. I'll have to look into that one.
These guys are pretty.
Oh yeah, I want one someday. I finally repotted ZZ yesterday that I got from, or not the ZZ, the Sanzi that I got from Home Depot. It had brown spots because they had left it in moss.
Aw.
It was so weird. I do want one of these. $20, that's good to know. Oh, these guys are $6.
Ooh, that thing's huge.
Right? See that? It's beautiful. I'm watching you do it for a second.
And then you have to shove the
I don't see your little bicolor over here.
I might just have to buy one of the 4-inch ones or something.
Yeah. Oh wait. The narrow leaf is still doing really well too. I'm doing it.
Getting a Raffy.
Pretty. It's already got 3 little slits.
Are you still gonna get your bloody?
Yeah. Still got abs. I just realized that could kind of be a pun because it's a face
Oh.
and a mug.
This one's only $5. So I wonder if that other one's only $5. I don't know. It's not quite similar, but
I like those little stone ones at the back there, the gray ones. Pretty.
these ones? Or those ones?
Those ones.
Yeah.
They're a little uniform, but I like them. The paw prints are really cute.
Look at all these huge
They're not really paw
plants.
prints, I guess. So.
So massive.
Oh, that's right. These are the rosemary and herb ones.
Look at the variegated shell ginger.
Oh, that's pretty.
We got some in at work. I like.
See them, those are nice.
I'm not a huge cordyline fan, but I kind of like those big pink ones.
I like the gray one. I just have
It's a
to
gray.
with that one though. And it's gonna sell right before I get house. $30
For the Dracaena?
for the ruby. I
Mm.
want the burgundy and the ruby. I have the other one.
Alrighty, so the one plant that I got from the plant farm, this cool guy, it is a peperomia, and I know that I have said I wasn't into peperomias anymore and I didn't really want to buy anymore, but this guy kind of called to me. Plus it was only like $2.50, so I couldn't really pass it up. This is a Peperomia trinervis bicolor. It doesn't seem to be a very common one, and has some really neat furry trailing stems here. And I haven't read a whole lot about this guy, so I'm not quite sure if it's more of a moundy or a trailing variety. You guys probably know I do prefer the trailing and or vining sorts to the mounting, but I'll give this guy a whirl and see how he does. Honestly, I did see it from across the crowded greenhouse and think it was a Cissus amazonica, which I've been semi-desperately wanting for a while now. This is my little peperomia. I also wanted to talk a little bit about plant burnout. And I don't know if it ever happens to you guys, but sometimes you just invest so much time and energy into a particular hobby, and in which case plants, and you just get burnt out. And that's kind of happening to me a little bit. I have been gardening and into plants since my early teens, and I am now 30. And it always seems to ebb and flow. I always love plants and enjoy them, but certain portions of the season I just get a little bit burnt out on it. And generally it is summer and winter, and we're now heading into winter, and I find myself not as interested as I usually am. And things have been going on in life. As you guys might have known, I had a kind of nasty sinus infection, and my best friend had surgery not too long ago. So a bunch of things have come up, and my plants have kind of been on the back burner. And I do feel really terrible about it, and I feel like a bad plant parent. Certain plants have been having issues, and I haven't really dealt with them as quickly as I should have. And to be honest, when I wasn't feeling great, some things did get a little bit dry, toasty, and either are dead or are dying. And I'm really sad to say that my Hoya retusa is also having some pretty bad issues, and that was one I was really excited about recently acquiring. My Calathea Freddy, I don't quite know what was wrong with it. It did get big really quick, and I think it sort of just outgrew its pot so fast that it just suddenly developed a whole bunch of dead on it. So I repotted it. I took a whole bunch of the dead stems and foliage out. I'm hoping it will recover. And it's kind of the same story with a few other plants. And quite frankly, it just kind of puts you in a real bad funk. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm sure I will find my plant mojo. Oftentimes it doesn't last too long. But that's partially the reason why I just decided to buy one thing at the plant farm. They did have a few other things on their website that I was interested in, but quite frankly, I am feeling a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of plants that I have and don't have as much time to devote to them as I really want to. Not to mention those plants that are kind of struggling. I just feel like at the moment I want to focus more on what I have and enjoy what I have and try and take care of my collection rather than add to them. And that's not to say if I find something amazing, extraordinary, that I won't pick it up. It's not as if I'm on a ban or anything, but right now I just want to focus on what I have and perhaps some other hobbies of mine as well. And I do hope to continue to make videos and produce my weekly, at least once weekly, I hope, videos for you guys. But I do want to have quality content. I don't want to just put something out there because I have to. But I'd like to hear from you guys. Do you ever experience burnout with plants or any other hobbies or pastimes? And what do you do to regain your mojo? And how long does it usually last? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I have a lot of fun making these videos and talking about plants and hearing from you guys as well. So thank you again, and I will talk to you all again later.